Systems for conversion.
Yeah. So systems for conversion, our biggest thing right now is running an agent on duty model. So one of the problems that I believe, there's really 4 problems that occur.
Yeah.
Most agents right now are running a Shark Tank type of lead distribution system.
We're talking
with their
teams in advance here.
Yes.
Yep.
And so what happens is a lead comes in and you're sending the lead to everybody on your team. First person who answers that call gets that lead.
Yep.
There's a ton of problems with that.
Yep.
First, let's just say a lead comes in right now while we're recording this podcast.
Yep.
Am I going to stop the podcast to grab that lead? No. But some people are doing that. They're out at dinner with their wife and they're like, oh, babe, there's a lead coming in. I got to grab it. They jump up from the table and piss their wife off. And now they go run in the hallway. And now somebody's asking about 123 Main Street, which they have no idea what the hell 123 Main Street is. Yet the consumer has researched 123 Main Street for 20 minutes. They know the entire listing history of prices on it. They know the schools. They know the crime rates. They've seen every picture. They've somehow found the old pictures. They found the damn owner on Facebook. And they know that they just got married and have 2 kids and he was in the military. Like, your consumer knows that.
Yep.
And here your dumbass is standing in a hallway, you're putting your phone on speaker, and you're trying to pull it up as quick as you can to try to get the details of this property, and you just look like a complete dumbass. And you're not going to convert that lead.
Welcome
and I
to real
know
estate,
if you're
people.
listening or you're watching, you've
everyone
all
is guilty
done
of
this.
that.
Yes.
Not people on teams. Everybody is guilty of that.
Yes. So there's 2 problems. Wait, there's 2 more.
I know. Keep going.
I know you love lists.
I do.
So the next 2 problems is that lead comes in and I'm like, I don't want to stop this podcast, but I see there's a good lead. So I'm just going to pretend to accept it.
Bingo.
And I'll follow up with it after.
Yeah.
Well, we know speed's a lead, right? We did a talk at Tom X a few years ago. Like, if you're not following up within 5 minutes, which is based off an old ass MIT study, if you did that on today, if MIT did a new study, I would argue it's 5 seconds.
Yep.
If you're waiting till an hour later, like, that opportunity is gone, especially because a lot of these systems are sending the leads out to 3, 4, 5 agents.
Bingo.
If you're following up an hour later, they've moved on.
Yeah.
So that's the 3rd problem. The 4th problem is you do what you're supposed to.
Yep.
I stay here, I'm focused on the podcast, or I'm focused on dinner with my wife, and I'm like, yeah, that's $1 million La Jolla lead, but I'm here at dinner with my wife. I'm just going to let somebody else have it.
Yep.
Well, the problem that creates is that the good agents are always in appointments, right?
Yep.
Whether they're at a conference learning, whether they're meeting with a buyer, a seller, whatever.
Playing with their daughter.
They get no leads.
Yep.
Yet the dumbass who's sitting at the office playing on Facebook all day watching cat videos is getting every single lead that comes in, and he can't convert to save his life.
Yeah.
So there's 4 problems that are created with the traditional Shark Tank method. So we went to an agent on duty model, which again ties into CSU, where we're tracking their activities. And then the agents who are completing those activities get to pick shifts. And so what happens now is you have a shift for 3 hours during the weekdays, 4 hours on the weekends, and every lead that comes in during that time period is coming to you. So now you're sitting at a desk, 2 monitors in front of you. Somebody asks about 123 Main Street. You can pull it up in a split second. You actually have that data. You can have a somewhat educated conversation. Now, you can't put 20 minutes of research into it, but at least you can be educated as opposed to being in the hallway of the restaurant on speakerphone.
At least you're seeing the same thing the consumer sees.